I'm Marie. I'm from Germany. I'm standing on a table in Torino because I'm such a small little person. And usually I work as user experience designer and visual designer. And today I'd like to share some experience I had and some thoughts which I find useful. And I hope they will be useful for you too. And we will talk about, and please raise your hand if you have questions. We will talk about what is branding. We will talk about why we brand, why we keep doing this, why we paint everything in some colors, and how we brand, what do we know, and what do we maybe not know, and why it doesn't work. And a lot of mobile developers here suffer from branding problems. And why we still do it, why we don't change. Because I think we don't understand the whole thing. And how we can do it better. I'd like to start with cows. Branding itself is called branding because back in the days, we had cows, and my neighbor had cows. And they're looking a little bit like the same. And because they're looking like the same, we started giving them, with hot iron, signs on the back. If I take my cow home, I know exactly my cow and your cow. It's very easy to see the one cow which is not fitting in my herd, I think. And cows are pretty fine, very lovely animals, actually. And I believe branding is a way to make a difference, nothing else. Branding is made to make a difference. It's not made to make a product. It's made to make a difference between my and your cow. That's the first point. And the second one I'd like to talk about, why we brand, why we do this. I mean, your neighbor and my neighbor is clear. And today we do this because of competition. In this whole world, we have products which are a little bit the same, sometimes very different. And we're living in a big world and situation with lots of different products. And we have to connect with our customer or user. And we have to say, that's me. That's me. I'm the red one. You know me. Please come to me. Like the brand in the supermarket. You know immediately which cheese you like, because the cheese you like got the logo you know. And the competition worldwide is going bigger. As long I just have your cow and my cow, it's easy. You just have two types of different brands. Worldwide, with our globalization, we have 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8 cows in one place, and this is looking like this. Who knows which screen this is? Everybody. I hope so. It's the Play Store, right? Play Store. And this is a global cow competition here. I like to say that. Lots of cows. Car Buzz is a cow, Car Magazine, Auto News, Motor Trend, Automobile, Auto News. All different cows with different signs. And we'd like to win this competition. We'd like, in this situation, to signal, that's me, I'm the cheese you want, I'm the cheese you like, please choose me. And this is how it turns out. I invented Portal Cow. Can you see her? Yeah, we start because just a little sign on the back doesn't work anymore. It's too small. It's too familiar. We start branding more aggressively. We start using colors. Google gave us a lot of opportunities to do that. And it turns out sometimes it gets very weird, like the Portal Cow. why we brand. That's just a summary. Being recognized, fit in a box, master the competition, and get chosen. Or get chosen again. Makes it easier to select. This is the whole reason why we brand. And now I'd like to take a look on how we brand, how we do this. And did you know, for instance, Apple is putting in their boxes a special perfume to brand the opening of an Apple product? We can brand with smell. We can brand with iconography. We can use a set of icons we established in our products. We can use photos, like a face or a style of photography we use. Forms, colors, sound logos. You may know sound logos from automobile. You know, BMW, Mercedes, they have sound logos after the advertising is over. And very important, behavior. You can also brand with behavior. And behavior is, for instance, who doesn't know them? What? Is it true? Okay. IKEA is behaving, is branding their behavior. They have a style how they act with you, how they communicate with you, how they treat you, how do you experience the whole IKEA visit. And Amazon does it differently. Amazon is choosing the way through we deliver always, and if they brand something, they just decided to use the same icon, the same shadow, and in my opinion, it doesn't work. Amazon is pretty great on delivering information on products and catching them, and they clearly lost this benefit when they tried to brand mobile. This is how we brand nowadays. And this is entirely different, like we brand our cows back in the days. And why it doesn't work. I had a client last week, and I don't say his name, I will change the color, let's say slightly pink. His branding, his corporate identity is slightly pink. And the client decided on each mobile app, the top status bar, this is where the number is on Android, you know? Watch is on it, how much battery you have, stuff like that. And he decided on iOS we will have in the top pink, slight pink. On Android we have to do it too. We have to be consistent. Now users can't read time anymore because the type is white. And I told my client, dude, if you make this pink, users will be they will be mad with you because they can't read the status bar anymore. They can't read time anymore, and they're looking for something, maybe organizing a trip. And you don't provide the time. You kill it with your branding. This is not what branding should do. This is not the reason why we brand. The only thing it does in this situation with a pink top header is tell the user who's responsible for that shit. And let's take a look on a brand we saw in the cow competition. It's a application icon, it's a magazine, and it's a website. On each medium, we have a logo. And the moment of choice we already had, there is again the application icon, is very important. This is the situation where brand is working. Get chosen, be recognized, make a difference. Let's take a look on the Android app. How many things you choose here? This is a moment of consuming. It's a moment of usage. And I've learned they put in every screen the logo. In every single screen. And now I don't have space anymore. Do you see this icons on the reading section or the video? You have this reading, you can change the reading type and share it and bookmark it. And the problem here is all those functions should be in the action bar. It's before material design. They should be in the action bar. And with material design, they still should. And because there has to be this logo, it's even wrong adjusted. On Android, we put it on the left side. We now have a problem. We have a problem with our content, with the logic, with the user experience, just because one person decided we have to brand this. How many developers already experienced that? Oh, that's a lot. So I'm talking to your hearts. This is stupid. That's not what branding should do. Because I'd like to consume a product, and you shouldn't interfere with the product. This is the magazine itself. This is the Motor Trend magazine. And if we do the same with the magazine, you know the magazine has a cover and you have Motor Trend on the cover and then you open it and you can read the content. And if we would treat a magazine exactly the same, it would be like this. Who does like to read a magazine like this? Nobody. And nobody does it. No classic magazine puts on each size a big, fat, readable logo. They have underneath, on the bottom, a little, line which says who owns the copyright. That's it. That's the big difference. And those people try to do mobile apps. And I asked myself, why? They know how to make a product. Why they keep doing this? And we know it's distracting. The whole branding thing, it doesn't brand, it doesn't make a difference. It screws a product. We all know that. And I was asking myself why we do it, and I think we do it because of web. When the internet started to get to magazines and companies, everyone tried to join. And they had to rethink all their strategies, how they treat marketing, how they do marketing. And on the internet, you don't have a product you buy and take with you. If you go to a magazine store, you put your money on the table, get the magazine, and leave it with the magazine, hopefully. In this situation, when you're on the internet, you can close the tab all time. And the company lost the user. So they learned we have to win the competition in every situation. The constant branding, the whole time, on each side, in each form, everywhere, is made because of web. And it has to be. For the web, it works. And all those marketing people didn't realize, okay, that's not going to work anymore. They still keep doing this web stuff. And we need to do products. We need to rethink. An application, you go on the web, Play, whatever, iTunes Store, it matters for each mobile product. It's not just Android. You go there, you buy it, and you take it with you. You install it on your phone. That is also the reason why so many companies like to join this market. They like that because they see that's a benefit, but they treat it like web. And today, I have to look, has someone time for me? I don't want to screw your timeline. It's lunch out there. I can look it up. Okay. Cool. How we can do it better. And who has good ideas about doing it better? Nobody. Okay. Why is my beamer going off? Oh. Today. Oh, yes, I will make a comeback. Who knows Top Gear? Who thinks Jeremy Clarkson should leave? I'm up to date. I truly like Top Gear. Who doesn't know Top Gear? May turn to your neighbors and, get the explanation. Top Gear is one of the cows. Top Gear is a car news magazine, and they do what they all do. They review cars, supercars, do columns on, what's hot, what's not. And they have a whole universe. They have books. They have a very tame racing driver. They have apps, games, a lot of merchandise, of course, and they're worth a hell of a lot of money. And I was thinking about changing my talk, and I thought, no, because these days it is more interesting than ever. Lots of people say Top Gear won't survive losing Jeremy Clarkson, and some say it will benefit from losing Jeremy Clarkson. He's a very strong personality, and he's a dick. It's kind of his public face, it's how it works. And I was taking a look on Top Gear's application. Who think this is a sad result? Who think this looks just shitty? Nobody. 1, 2. Who think it works well for users? Nobody. That's good. It's a cow. It's a typical cow, and someone decided to brand it. You can find the typography Top Gear is using on the website, and the logo is always on the left side. You can't miss the fact this is Top Gear. And it's a classy Top Gear. This one is another Top Gear app. This is not a cow. This is a goat. This is not about news. It's the Cool Wall. And some of you might know them or know it. It's a wall where the guys in the studio put up cool cars and not so cool, and And they decided to make an app. And this is not car news. This is something else. This is some little gameplay that's much smarter. It's playing around the idea Top Gear. It's not, but it's heavily branded. They spend a lot of time in doing cool graphics, and it's still boring. Why? Why it's still not Top Gear? There is a joke in it, by the way. Who can tell me which kind of OS that is? Good. It's made by Samsung, only for Samsung phones. Okay. Let's do something new, I thought. Because we see that doesn't gonna work. Let's make a cow. Because I'd like to be able to do a good cow. And I started with a classic material design grid. It's just structuring content. And I started and I thought, okay, let's do some sense. Put sense in it, Top Gear on top, maybe some information architecture. And that still is not very Top Gear. So I started, okay, we need cars, we need pictures. Top Gear is always about pictures. They have truly great photographers. They have the top notch of photographing people in the world. Still not Top Gear. And marketing people usually say, we need the logo in it. Come, let's put the logo on the top. Please put it on the top. And I thought, no, we need that face. And that's the problem BBC has right now. Because that guy, Mr. Jeremy Clarkson, is Top Gear itself. So yeah, Top Gear is slightly coming in. Let's change that a little bit. It's going to be more Top Gear. And now let's do the marketing people a favor. What I didn't touch was the functionality. I used a picture, I used attention, a very important area, by the way, and I gave the user Top Gear to recognize on this front page, okay, I'm right, this is the application. But I keep using a UI and user experience a user can understand. And you can keep doing that. You can change the way you structure your information architecture, shapes, length of type, size. All this is user experience. The difference between a Top Gear app and a not Top Gear app is not the logo. It's the three guys having fun. The difference between Top Gear magazine and another motor show is the style, how they do it, the humorous, black humorous British way to look at cars. This is how a branding works. This is the difference. And yeah, so let's put some faces on it. And let's take a look on one of the details. This is maybe a, article from him. And you can put the reading functionality just like where it belongs if you use it right. This is how it would look if there is a logo in it. And as soon I do that, I have a problem with my column information. Where I put it? In the picture, underneath the title. Now it's somewhere. And as soon I start scrolling, I can do fancy stuff with sliding away. And the logo is gone. So, or I can keep it. In each case, I don't need a logo. What I need is the content, which is saying, where is it? I'm sorry, but Mr. Clarkson is writing very rude articles. And the article is the branding, the content, the product. And he's saying so much rude stuff, and this is how Top Gear works. And we should keep the focus on that. If you compare the new BMW M3 is shit, this is Top Gear, because they just say it. You don't need several logos for that. And this one works much better. It's consuming the product. I've redesigned the hot or not, the cool wall, and it's again the same. You have the functionality, you can rate the car, and the big difference is not. Over the years, however, the Golf GTI got bigger, fatter, and slower. Think of it as Elvis Presley. This is how Top Gear works. This is branding. This is behavior. And you can't solve being more Top Gear-ish if your database is crap. To be honest, the BBC doesn't have a database. Who could provide that? The fan club has. Says something, I think. Use the identity in more than one way, more than just graphics, more than just colors. Use the whole universe. To do that, you have to figure out what is your unique identity. Lots of companies don't know that anymore. They don't know anymore, who are we? And one client asked me, if I don't have one, what should I do? And I just said, then you have a problem. Because it's true. If you don't know who you are, how can you attend the market? I'd like to do a summary. What is branding? Making a difference. Why we brand, get chosen, win the market. That was the Play Store situation. That icon, that is what I want. How we brand, text, logos, buttons, and behavior. Why it doesn't work, how we use it is distracting us. It's destroying our user experience. And why we still do it We do not think of it as product. It's a product we buy and take with us. And how we can do it better, find a brand's unique identity. This is my conclusion, and this is how it will work in the end. So, I'd like to say grazie.